morning. I figured I would take you along with me as I do some meal prep and get some of this produce taken care of. I'm going to use these English muffins, some turkey sausage patties. These are definitely less fat than the regular pork. Huh? 9:15? I thought you said 9:30. But I can make your... You could be there at 9:15. Yeah, you gotta go now. I'll just do this as a meal prep then.
Love you.
Love you. Just working on the scrambled eggs. I ended up using 6. And then I have these turkey patties that are fully cooked. I don't need to heat them up for the meal prep because they are cooked already. I'm just gonna layer everything together with a piece of cheese on each one once the eggs are done cooking. I don't know how hard it should be to open this package, but okay, tear, oh, you're supposed to tear. I thought it was gonna like peel apart. Well, even tearing, how are you supposed to tear it? Jeez. All right, we got a sausage patty on each one. This is one of my favorite things to add to breakfast. Actually, to add to anything, really. We're just gonna add some of this. Okay, I am so excited. I finally purchased gallon size reusable bags. I've been using sandwich size and snack size for a long time, and now I finally have the gallon size. So here I just slid my breakfast sandwiches right there next to all the other breakfast meat and eggs. So the next thing that I want to get done is put some chicken in the fridge. I like to do that for Dakota and I if we want to just grab our quick lunch. It's ready to go. We just grab the meat and any other kind of vegetable, or if we want some rice to go with it or bake a potato, it's just good to go. So here I have some of that chicken that I baked in the oven. I have shared with you how I do this, and it's in another video. I will try to link that down below for you, but I just use some olive oil and seasoning, bake that in the oven, and then stick it in a bag. I can go ahead and chop it up if I want to, but right now I'm just leaving it. I picked up this basket we're gonna use here on the counter for all of our fruit. I thought this was so cute. I got it for $29 at Cracker Barrel. And because it's tiered, it's going to help us take up less space on the counter. This is probably my favorite thing that I'm getting done in this meal prep video today. I found out that my daughter does not really like peanut butter crackers as much as I thought she did. She likes the peanut butter filling. So here's a solution that I was able to come up with the help of my subscribers. You all are amazing with giving ideas. This is just some peanut butter powder. You can use whatever brand you want. I happen to have the PB2 right now. I used 1/3 of a cup of the peanut butter powder, and then I added less than what it would call for as far as water for the ratio to make regular peanut butter, since I wanted this to be stiffer to make peanut butter balls. So I think what I ended up using was about 3 to 5 tablespoons of water, but I really didn't measure. What I did was just get it to the consistency where it would roll out into these balls like that. My daughter totally loves these. I do think that it tastes very similar to the filling of a peanut butter cracker. Totally happy with how these turned out. I will be making them all the time. Yay! I had originally planned on doing this meal prep video all in one day on the weekend, but life happens. So we are now on day 2 of our meal prepping, and I'm gonna get started on some granola. All right, so for the granola, we're going to first whisk together the wet ingredients. So 1/2 cup of either honey or maple syrup. That's 1/4 cup, 1/2 cup. And then you can use basically any oil you want. I'm going to use olive oil. It's more healthy. You can use avocado oil, coconut oil. You could also use something like a canola oil, vegetable oil, that's fine. But I am trying to stick to a little better of an oil. So here's 1/4 cup. And there is 1/2 cup total of the oil. We're also going to add 1/2 teaspoon of salt. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. But if you remember, I always double the cinnamon whenever a recipe calls for it. So there's 1/2 teaspoon, 1 whole teaspoon. Okay, so now you're just gonna go ahead and whisk that all together. It smells amazing. It looks like cinnamon roll filling, so good. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is the dry ingredients. You're gonna use about 3 cups of old-fashioned oats. 2, 3 chopped pecans or almonds, whatever you want. Okay. So that's a cup. So now we're going to just combine this all together. Then we're going to go ahead and pour it onto a parchment lined baking sheet. And I like to use my new silicone baking sheet so that way I don't have to throw away parchment paper every time I cook. So here is my sheet pan that has an edge to it. So like a jelly roll pan, a cookie sheet that has an edge, and then make sure it's lined. All of this mixture onto the sheet pan. And then spread this out evenly. It is going to probably stick if you get it where any of the parchment paper is not at. So I'm gonna be careful not to. And then make sure this is as even as possible. You want the granola to cook evenly. You're just watching out for clumps. And that is my preheated oven at 300 degrees. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this in. If you haven't already, now would be a really great time to go ahead and subscribe. Pineapple, and I just wanted to share with you, I said in my Q&A video, this is my favorite kitchen utensil. It's probably more considered a tool and not a utensil, but nonetheless, this is my favorite thing. It works amazing. Core the pineapple, and it also slices it. Slice the top of the pineapple, stick this in and twist it. It is so easy, worth the $5, get it. And I don't suggest a plastic one as much as I do the metal. So these first two pineapples that I'm doing, I had sitting out on my counter for quite a while. I'm using them for a sauce or a stir fry basically. And I wanted to make sure I had some nice, really juicy pineapples, which I do. So it's already cored, all of that juice. And then I'm just going to slice it off. Then here I just have some more fresh pineapple to go into our fridge for a quick snack. We eat this all the time. It's one of Dakota's favorites. Everybody in our house loves it, so I like to keep it on hand. After 10 minutes in the oven, I went ahead and pulled out the granola, gave it a quick stir so that it would cook more evenly, and then stuck it back in for another 10 minutes. So it's not going to be totally dry when it comes out. It is going to finish drying as it cools. But this has been in for 20 minutes. About halfway through, we went ahead and just stirred it up so that way it would get baked more evenly. So now we are going to just let it dry. All right, so I have a kitchen to clean, but I have homemade granola that tastes so good. I'm telling you, always double the cinnamon when a recipe calls for it. Use this instead of cereal. Put some milk on it. So good. It is so good. And I fully recognize that this is going to have more calories in it than like a bowl of Rice Krispie treats. Okay, not Rice Krispie treats. A bowl of Rice Krispies. But I don't have to worry about buying organic cereal that costs a lot of money. I can make this myself to the specifications that I want. I'm using maple syrup instead of regular sugar. This is so good, and I know that it's going to be better for us in the long run. We're going to be eating some really good granola. And my point is, it's going to be more filling than Cheerios, for sure. You could even add protein powder to it and bake it that way. So good. So I'm just going to use my parchment liner as a funnel. And then I'm going to pour all of this into this container for storage. All right, so I went ahead and created a recipe on my WW, calling it just homemade granola. And then I had all of the full amounts of ingredients that I used in the recipe, and then I divided it out by 10 servings. So that way I know one serving of this is going to be 7 points. So that is all I have for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me in my meal prep and getting some stuff done around the kitchen. I hope that you have a great day wherever you are, and until the next video, I will see you in the comments.